There is probably no one more excited about the change in risk level restrictions Thursday than the restaurant and lodging industry in Multnomah County. Thursday, restaurants can have 50% capacity inside and out with no upper limit on the number of people. That's a huge change from the current restrictions of 25% capacity or 50 people, whichever is less. And, says Restaurant and Lodging Association CEO Jason Brandt, those eased up rules will not change.
This is better for Multnomah County than just getting into lower risk. They are locked into lower risk at 50% without total person caps for the amount of people on site, and they get to stay there until the risk categories are gone entirely. So that's great news for the operators in the county.
He said some restaurants are already seeing as much business as they can handle and are now looking for more employees. Other changes include indoor recreation, gyms, and others move from a limit of 25% or 50 people to a full 50% capacity. Theaters and concert halls, restricted as well to 25% or 50 people under high risk, can now open to 50% capacity. And retail stores, held at 50% capacity under high risk restrictions, will be allowed to reach 75% of their maximum occupancy. But the move Thursday does not come without warnings. Multnomah County's Public Health Department issued an advisory urging everyone, vaccinated or not, to keep wearing masks indoors, despite the CDC guidance that they are not needed for those fully vaccinated and Governor Brown's assurance that Oregon would follow the CDC guidelines. I asked Multnomah County Public Health Director Jessica Guernsey if she thought it would make a difference in the spread of the virus.
I would not recommend something like this if I didn't think it made a difference. We have seen physical distancing and face covers and masks play an absolutely crucial role leading up to the vaccinations.
But if it's people who are fully vaccinated who are not wearing masks, what difference would that make if they are wearing a mask?
It's more about trying to determine who's vaccinated and who's not in an indoor setting.
She said it was too hard for businesses to check to see who is vaccinated or not. But it's one more bit of confusion in an already complex web of rules and regulations that are different in various counties. This statewide map shows high-risk counties in the orange, moderate in yellow, low risk in green. We've already turned Multnomah to green. But you get the idea. There are different restrictions in each of those risk levels. Miles Ishaya from the Grocery Workers Union, UFCW 555, said more confusion is bad because it can lead to confrontations between workers and customers.
The most important thing is we have to remember that we in Oregon need solid and consistent guidelines. So right now we have the CDC, the OHA, counties, and store policies, and there's not really an official bottom line.
After months and months and months of living with these restrictions, they're finally beginning to fade at least a little bit here in Multnomah County. Thursday may very well feel like the beginning of the end. In Northeast Portland, Pat Dooris, KGW News.